Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today is Tuesday, December 7th, and the days are running together. I don't know. We're getting close to Christmas, and we're counting down the days, and this December is supposed to be a pretty wild ride for a lot of the markets. I saw the stock market was tanking again. Somebody was tweeting that out. I'll be sure to share that with you guys. And my buddy Sean has some ideas of his own. So we will jump in with Satoshi Sean today. Give us a like, share this video, and we'll be right back after this quick break. Hi there, Sean. How are you? Oh, you can't hear me. You have yourself muted.
I have myself muted, yeah. So
well done, well done. I know you have some little helpers in the kitchen over there. So,
all right. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to be hanging out with you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Lots of great stuff going on. We were talking right before the show a little bit about, I had a video last night that I shot for my Patreon with SL369 Crypto, and we had Psychic Brandy on, and she was having some information coming in that really wasn't something that we were planning on talking about. And she didn't really recognize what she was seeing, but she was like, talking about like, oh, there's a tornado, and talking about what was going to happen in December. And she's like, there's a cow went by and it mooed in a window, and it's like there's a silver-haired lady in a rocking chair. And I'm like, that's the Wizard of Oz. She's talking about the Wizard of Oz.
It's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. And so then I'm telling both of them that's the Wizard of Oz. And of course, to me, and Nana introduced us to Bixweir. That's our family legacy, is Cliff High and Bixweir, and Nana introducing my husband and I to them, and that whole road to Ruta and this education of silver and gold and the banksters and all this. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, she's saying, she's saying this chaos, because she was talking about we were asking about, when cryptos are going to run. And she said, something has to happen first. Somebody's holding something up. Something has to happen. And then she starts talking about this Wizard of Oz thing. And then she gave us a date for that. And it was pretty incredible. And when she talked about the silver-haired old lady, she talked about going up in the tornado and then coming down, but being safe, but in another place, or in a neighbor's, I think she said a neighbor's home or a neighbor's yard or something like that, but being like in another place, but being safe. And it made me think of markets or charts or whatever. So I think we can expect that in December. And, Uncle Cliff always said that silver would go first. And that makes sense. Also, you think about the U.S., the government is supposed to run out of money December 15th, or sometime in December if they don't figure something out. So we're set up for, and I sent you a bunch of articles about what was going on with China and Russia. Mm-hmm. Michelle and I touched on it briefly yesterday, but I really wanted your input on some of this stuff and wonder what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah, China and Russia have me kind of nervous. Everybody always talks about Russia and they see weakness, they're gonna move in. And I've honestly just always thought it was a bunch of crap, but it's really weird. Biden is just horrible, and is definitely showing a lot of weakness. And they are making moves that they would never have done before. I mean, they've been buying our dollars for decades. They've been buying gold, and we've been selling it. We have not a lot, really, when it comes to economic power. We just have, we weaponize the dollar so much and the whole fiat system that that's pretty much what we rely on. And the dollar is really screwed because it has us, fighting against it, but it has actual, nefarious enemies, with China and Russia. You sent me some articles on the China moving, troops into Africa in certain places, actually setting up, real bases. China's been playing been following the U.S. playbook since the get go. From they're like in the 80s now. Everything they've been spend, like how we defeated the Soviet Union. They're just spending and spending, and they're everyone's buddy. They're giving money. They're giving infrastructure. They're doing all this stuff all over under the One Belt One Road. I knew this was part of it, and no one talks about this, but China has actual troops in South Africa. They have for a couple years. They can't have troops in South Africa because no one would allow that. But it's kind of funny because most of the people that are inside, the Chinese people that are in South Africa, are dissidents that fled communist China and are in South Africa. But then the Chinese government says, "Hey, those are our citizens in your unsafe country, so we want to protect them. So we're sending a police force." So there's Chinese police. They're not
So
soldiers.
that was just their way to hijack their way into,
right. So they have police stations,
Trojan horse kind of
police compounds, but they're foreign. They're foreign people that are armed in the country. So that's a occupying military force. But that's a kind of something nobody really talks about. But they've been there, and now they're talking about real bases, just like we put, bases all over the place, all through Europe. There was a lot of places there was more Americans than there were Germans or Italians in some places, and now China is doing that, but they're doing it at a bad time. I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain it as long as the United States did. The thing about them partnering up with Russia is pretty scary, though.
Yeah, that was terrifying to me. Well, hold on. Sorry, I was trying to make a banner really quick while you were talking, and
something really scary. I don't know if you know this, but this is the most scary thing I've heard in forever. That Biden was wanting to change our nuclear first strike protocol, which is very, very bad. Right now, we have our protocol is that we don't have one, and that's scary to our enemies. So if, let's say, China was to do so, if we pissed Russia off, we pissed China, whoever, or anybody, and they did a first strike attack, we have no one knows what we'll do. Most likely, and it's believed that we would automatically, fire back. You hit us with a nuclear bomb, we hit you with a nuclear bomb. That's one reason why it's horrifying and terrifying, so it doesn't happen. But Biden wants to make it policy that we would not strike back. It would not be an instant strike, that we would hold and assess and then make a decision. That, to me, is the worst thing you could do. So someone could make a first strike, and
they'd be guaranteed
time.
Time out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
time
A
to
safe space.
apologize, to
Yeah.
say it's, whatever.
Wasn't me. Yeah.
But that's another thing. Then I put my tinfoil hat on, and I thought about that kind of stuff. What if something comes from Cuba, and it's not the Russians, and it's not the Cubans, and we don't know who it is, but let's say it's us, and it hits Tallahassee. Now there's no more Ron DeSantis pissing everybody off in Washington, and that's not that far fetched to me.
Right.
But there's no automatic first strike against Cuba. Nothing. It doesn't. So I don't know. It's horrifying to me though that we would put that, and not that we make it public. There's another thing that's just moronic.
Well, that's kind of in the thread of, the White House was announcing the diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics, which is literally such a kind of a wimp way of slap in the face. Our team is still going over there and competing, and there's still all the commercial support of the Olympics, the financial support of it. But China said that if you boycott it, then they threatened us if we chose to boycott it.
See,
But they had a stronger threat than our boycott.
That's the thing, man. I'm so sick of
All the veiled threats.
No, I'm sick of our people. I'm sick of Hollywood. I'm sick of the NBA. All these people bowing down and kowtowing to them when they're doing this. I mean, if they're enemies and I was watching this thing. It was Janet Yellen was before Congress, and one of the senators like, why are we giving money to China to boost their economy when they're using that economy to attack us?
Right.
They're like, this doesn't make any sense. Any other war, I mean, the World War II, the whole reason Fanta exists is because Coca-Cola wasn't allowed to sell Coke to any Axis powers. Not in Italy, not in Germany. Anyone that was a friend of the Nazis, you couldn't buy any American products. And this is completely this weird where capitalism is in bed with our enemy. It's odd. And I've always been a big proponent that we should cut China off. We should screw China over. We should economically fight China, and we should completely utilize India. India is just an untapped China.
That's what Trump was doing. He went and cut them out because India was actually where we get a lot of the source material for all of our meds comes directly from India. Then it gets produced or manufactured in China and comes to us. And so that's what Trump was doing. He went to India and made these deals and cut China out of the loop, and then was setting up Puerto Rico to be our manufacturing with the U.S. That's what was happening. So it's all possible.
But I don't know. I'm just tired of. It makes me sick when I watch what's his name do that apology for saying Taiwan was a country.
Oh, that NBA player?
No. It's John Cena.
Oh, but he eats babies, so
I love John Cena. He was funny, and to watch you do that, it just made me just sad.
When you find out what else he's been doing, you'll be heartbroken. I mean, and that's all, in the trial they're not talking about. That's the kind of stuff people are going to flip out.
I thought it was interesting in her trial that CNN fired Cuomo 48 hours before the second Black Book got released.
The American Airlines CEO resigned today. Yeah. There was another big guy.
Dorsey quit too before it happened. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people quitting, but then, it came out that Cuomo's home phone was in there. his home phone number, his address, his
Hmm.
wife's work phone number, work address.
There's
Um,
another one too that quit today or got fired today. Not just the American Airlines, but there's another big one. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
hey Chris, hey TPA, hey y'all. Good to see
Hey
everyone in the
guys.
chat.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll get off on a tangent and get distracted.
I had some election stuff I want to tell you about.
Oh, awesome. We have to be careful talking about that. They don't use the F word and don't talk about that being disputed, or that's how I lose. I get strikes for that.
This is something interesting that I thought you would like. So there is I think it was Michigan.
Oh, let me bring this up real quick while we're on the subject because I found it. Sony fired their PlayStation executive. He was allegedly caught in a pedophilia sting. Executive George, hold on, I'll show you guys this because I've got it pretty early on in my Twitter feed, so you guys can see his. Because they should not be able to walk down the street. That's a Cliff High thing as well. There you go. Sony fires PlayStation executive allegedly caught in pedophilia sting. Executive George, however you pronounce his last name, allegedly tried to arrange a meeting with a 15-year-old boy, according to video posted by the YouTube channel something. So there you go. Sony fires PlayStation executive. So that one, and then the American Airlines CEO was also, I think he quit today. I don't know that he was fired, but they're dropping like flies. This all happened. There was a big string of executives that were fired or retired or were let go in 2016 as well. And now we're seeing the second wave of that. So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But I'm quite cynical.
My people.
I'm cynical on all this stuff. But this happened in Michigan. It's all on a on like a local level, which is something I don't understand why things have to be huge. Why, like Cuomo, he put his hand up a woman's shirt and played with her boob, and then they had a press conference. The sheriff had a press conference, and they call it harassment. That's assault. And they said, arrest is not off the table. Why do they need a press conference? It's
Right.
like very simple, man. It's assault. She said it. He even said, "Oh, I did it. I'm sorry."
Where's the DA?
There's no
Press
reason.
charges. Yeah.
Anyone did that. If the sheriff did it, he'd be arrested. If anyone did that, they would be arrested. So this happened on a local level, like the way it's supposed to. There was this election, and it was for mayor, and the guy lost by 1 vote. So, and this is a year ago almost. But this homeless man contacted the losing guy and tells him like a month or so ago that, hey, my landlord came to me and said, hey, I'm going to take you down to the polls. You're going to vote, and I'll tell you who to vote for. So it takes him down there, gives him the ballot, highlights the guy, and he voted for him. He said, I wouldn't have voted for that guy. I wouldn't have even voted. He took me there. So it's, and he told me who to vote for. And his landlord was the mayor. So a judge, now the judge charged him with voter fraud, the mayor. And then this other guy, and he looked up, he checked his vote that he voted, and he didn't vote. So he called the news and said, hey, this says that I voted and I didn't vote. So the same judge says, okay, you didn't vote, and your vote was voter fraud. That's 2 votes. This election is no good. He discredited the election, and the other guy won, and he is now the mayor for 2 votes. So
Was this back in 2019?
this is now.
Now, okay, I'm trying
Yeah.
to find it, but
So yeah, I'll try and find it and send it to you. But there's no need for committees. There's no need for anything huge. If you find dead people that voted, and it's enough people to change it, then that's discredited, decertified on a local level. Why is this? Why can't this be done everywhere?
yeah,
It seems simple. I think we're making things a lot more complicated than they should be.
I get you. I get you. I mean, it's over and over.
But you know me.
The proof is there, so we'll just have to trust the system. I mean, that's where we're seeing a lot of these court cases, and I think that's where it has to get to, is in the justice system. And I know a lot of people are struggling with that. We're watching, the Jussie Smollett case, and the other trial going on that no one wants to talk about. And I know that federal trials are not typically shown, or I don't think they're allowed to be shown. I don't know what the rules are, but they're saying it's not unusual that a federal trial would not be broadcast or whatever. But it's the fact that they're not even talking about it on the news or reporting on it at all that is so unusual. So I think that's the part that people are having a problem with. But I think that people are struggling with their faith in the justice system because of those kind of things. But after the Rittenhouse thing, I think that people are somewhat restored in their faith with that, I would think.
But see, I think that's the jury. The jury, and that's another thing.
But that's
they
a
tried.
big part of the system.
They tried to make that jury vulnerable so many times in so many ways,
Sure.
and those people stood up and they were very brave in what they did. And that's gun sales are up like crazy across the country.
If you can find it, yeah.
And ammo sales are up like crazy. So people don't have a lot of faith in the criminal justice system, period. And
I think some of that is because of the policies that have been put in place, where they're having this
smash and
what
grab.
is it called, cash bail or whatever, where they don't turn them back out.
Yeah, and then they're pissed because you called the police on them.
Yeah.
It's broken. It doesn't work. But I think it needs to, like I said, it has to all burn down, man. It really does. I think so. The smash and grab crime everywhere. Stores are going to private, security. I mean, maybe it's part of some, big plan, but I don't see what the plan is.
I think the plan is for people to come together and say enough, and say not in my neighborhood. And I think you're starting to see it in some neighborhoods. I know, like even Johnny was talking about, in a lot of the neighborhoods in New York, some of the rougher neighborhoods, he's like, that stuff doesn't happen because they're like, no, this is where our people live, and you're not going to treat our neighborhoods like that. And
did you see the thing on the subway?
No.
Well, that's terrible. This woman, it's all on camera. It's on a crowded subway car. This guy starts accosting her, takes his clothes off, rapes her. No one did a thing. Some people, filmed it.
What?
Yeah, the police were called because he was taking his clothes off. Totally, fully raped her with a full crowded car of people, and the chief of police. I mean, you can tell he's just disgusted. But he's like, people were holding their phones up in the direction.
Oh my gosh.
No one did anything. No one's armed because it's New York and it's all crooked. You can't get a license to carry a gun unless you pay for it, under the table. But that's just unbelievable. Just the crime that's like, I think about watching the news as a foreign person, and they're like, man, that's like a third world, worse than a third world country.
Worse than a third world country, yeah. Well, and that's where, like, where are the, when men were men kind of thing? Like, that's where, like, this whole toxic masculinity, bring me some toxic masculinity where I know I can walk out the door and I know that if I'm, in any kind of danger, that some big man in the store is going to defend me if some,
I was watching,
comes after me.
Rick and Morty, and the whole rapping presence that was in the background, and then there was like a commentary afterwards, and the creator's talking about how, like, his parents got divorced. He was mad because his father was like a real pussy, wasn't doing anything, wasn't trying to get back with his mother, wasn't doing anything, and he said he just wanted his dad to like grow up and be a man. And then he said, I know it's politically incorrect. And I was like, what? How is it? It's weird.
It is weird.
That is, frowned upon. But yeah. It's
I'm okay with that.
In Europe, it's and that's the thing, they skew the argument. Like if you want to defend yourself or defend your home, or you're getting carjacked, and then if you pull your gun out and kill that guy, then you value a car more than a human life. You're a bad person. If someone wants to break in your house and steal stuff, you value your things more than someone's life. What's their story? Why are they needing to do that? Dude, it's like someone's committing a crime and they're threatening you. You don't know what's going to happen. You defend yourself.
Right.
And they're wrong.
Well, I think that's that statement where during the Rittenhouse trial where he says, if you show up, if you even carry a gun, then you, how did he say, you get rid of your chance of having self-defense or something like that. And it was like, that's like saying if you put on a seatbelt in a car, you don't deserve to live through a car accident.
Yeah, it's
like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Or if you put on a helmet and you get in a bike wreck, you should.
People need to just say, "Hey, man, I'm sorry your son died.
Yeah,
he was committing a crime.
Sorry that he.
I'm sorry.
Made the choice to attack me."
And I can be. I was talking to a friend of mine about this. I can feel bad for someone, but not feel sorry for them. If someone comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, man, I lost all my money. My family's leaving me. I'm losing my house." Like, "Oh, man. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. What happened?" "Oh, I gambled all of my money away. And I took a second mortgage out. I was going to, clear everything up. And then I gambled that." It's like, "Oh, I feel bad that all your family's leaving you, losing everything, but I don't feel sorry for you. You did that.
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry."
Yeah.
And people need to,
personal responsibility. That's that thing that, that society has wants people to be these victims of everything and wants them to, well, it's like what we were talking about with the whole cooties thing, how they've twisted even little kids, telling little kids that they might be gay because they don't want to play with little girls don't want to play with little boys. Oh, well, then she must be gay because she doesn't want to play.
I was thinking about that today. Now, because I have lots
of.
So
let's unpack, because I know we've had that conversation privately. So everybody in the audience or people watching this may be like, well, you guys are have had a conversation behind closed doors that we don't know what you're talking about. So Sean and I were talking about how they are sexualizing little kids at an age. And back when we were kids, it's not that, they're turning these kids or saying these kids are transgender before they even have any kind of idea about sexual feelings or any of that kind of thing. And I'm like, when I was little, no, I didn't want to play with boys because boys are gross. And so Sean and I are having this conversation. He goes, yeah, because cooties. And he goes, oh my gosh, they're basically
They
telling
made
kids
cooties gay.
they made cooties gay.
Yeah.
They're telling kids they're transgender or gay or whatever, and it's just cooties.
My son said girls are gross. He's obviously gay.
He must be
He
gay.
must want to put penises in his mouth. That's what it
Right.
means,
And
man.
they're
I told you my friend,
sexualizing these kids. It's insane to me.
my friend
Like,
Shane. He's the gay guy that hates the fags. But he's the one that's like, hey man, why are you dressed like a woman? I'm gay. I like dudes. Why are you gonna look like a woman? I don't like women. If I like women, I'd be straight. I like dudes. I want you to booch up,
okay.
So
Yeah.
what were we talking about? I've lost my train of
That's it.
thought.
No. That's what we were talking about, is like that them sexualizing little kids, where it's a natural thing for little girls to want to hang out with little girls and be like, oh, little boys are weird and different, so I want to hang out with little girls. It's not that they're gay. It's
Yeah.
that little boys have cooties because that's
My
natural for little
son Nick,
girls.
first set of twins. Robert was like we worried about Robert, because he liked girls at a ridiculous age. Like you could put Baywatch on, he would stop crying as an infant. I mean, you see, that's funny, but it's weird. And then kindergarten, there was no cooties with Robert. He was talking to girls, kissing
Just
girls.
girl crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got brought into the school many times. Well, actually, when they were real little, we were in a very small town, and he liked girls of color as well, and they had a problem with that. That was the funniest thing. They're like, he seems to like the brown girls. And we're like, yeah, why?
Like, okay.
Oh, nothing wrong. It's fine. But
We just
then
wanted you to know.
but his twin brother hated girls. I mean, he wouldn't kiss his mom once he hit like 3 years old. He was like, I'm gonna tell a cheek once, and he was like, oh, girls are gross.
Yeah.
And then and honestly, we thought he might be gay because it was very strong. And when he found out about adoption, he freaked out. He was like, I think he was like 6. He was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
One of the twins?
Yeah, Robert's brother Nick. He's like, whoa. He even told his mom, like, stop talking. He said, this is serious. He said, you mean that I can have children and I can pick a boy, so I don't have to have a daughter, and I don't have to marry a girl, and I can have a boy child? And she was like, yeah. He goes, Dad, is this real? Is this real? Is this a real thing? I'm like, yeah, my sister's adopted. And he hit me. But now he's the only one of my kids that's, like getting married and has a family.
Yeah. Now he likes girls. It's all
kids
fine.
are just that way, man,
Yeah. But I think that's where, this sick left agenda took things that are totally natural and twisted them to manipulate people and fit their weird agenda.
Shane would always say, there's nothing brave about being gay. There's nothing. He goes, dude, you like putting cocks in your mouth. That's it. That's what we do. Okay, why are you better than other people? And that's what being attracted to the same sex is.
Well, for me, I never understood the parades or whatever, because it's your personal business what you do, who you love, or what you do privately between two consenting adults in your bedroom is really no one's business.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why there are parades.
He would say, why is there a pink unicorn? What does this have to do with me and my husband?
Right.
What is this dude here with a
yeah, and why take children's toy innocence images and stuff? I don't know.
It's all very
it's frustrating.
No business. There's no business. I can understand. I remember the big brouhaha was teaching sex ed in junior high when I was a kid, and there were some kids that were too young in junior high, and there were some kids that weren't. you
Hmm.
know. But elementary schools, there's no point, you know.
Well, the whole thing is it really should be taught at home. And then people are like, yeah, but some kids have a bad home life. Well, that's very true. I'm fully aware. I've been working in foster care and adoption for many, many years. But that doesn't mean that two wrongs don't make a right, as my mother always said,
Mm.
and that does not mean that school is the backup for, just like right now they're doing all this healthcare crap in schools.
Well,
A
something
lack of
you're learning,
healthcare in places does not mean that your education is now your doctor, you
something
know?
you're learning, and that other people are learning now is that you don't have to have the government teach your kids. It's
Right.
not the only, like there's literally, like, if you don't send your kids to school, you should go to jail. You're a bad parent. And it didn't used to be that way. I mean, it was a choice, you
Mhm.
know. And I think parents are starting to learn that it's not that difficult, especially with as far as technology has come right now. There's a lot easier to do than when I was a kid. There's
Oh
so
my
much
gosh, all the
available.
online stuff. I mean, here's the thing. The reality is, even in college, once you get to college, um, and a lot of people that are even becoming doctors, even the more difficult college degrees, they're literally, they're not really going to school or class. Like, they're learning a lot of the stuff that's information that's online, or watching surgeries um, that are online or whatever. So a lot of our education, information, all that, and misinformation, we're all aware of that as well. But it's it's not really necessary. And here's the other thing: the amount of time that's wasted, and busy work, and the way you can um, really customize, like the amount of time that we spend. What Cannon has learned this year so far with our homeschooling. I mean, he's learning Latin. His math
Yeah,
has
you're
increased.
way
Yeah,
more than I was at that age.
his reading has increased. We're doing that coding program that Glasswalker, and oh my gosh, I just totally blanked on the voice from the Divi project told me about
Hmm.
on that coding program. He asked for extra time um, to do his coding program because he's all excited to create these videos and games that he's creating, and then we're going to make them into NFTs, and then Miss Teen Crypto is going to teach him how to do his own little store on, I think she said OpenSea, and he's going to sell them. And anyway,
Yeah,
that's our like end of the year project.
my 9-year-old nephew messaged me. He's like, Uncle Sean, how do I make money flipping NFTs?
Awesome. I love it.
I
Yeah.
was like, really? All right.
Hmm.
I told him to go on Wax and get started there.
Yeah. I had a mom ask me today at the kids' play date Christmas party thing. She's like, these NFT things? And I was like, yep, I can send you some videos and I'm happy to help. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting
About
stuff.
that, Bitcoin and where we think it's going to be. I was talking to Maz in the chat a couple of days ago about this. I have said all year, um, 80 grand, 70 to 80 grand.
Yeah.
Everyone talks so much crap to me all year. 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. You're crazy, Sean. No way it's not going to be at least 100,000. McAfee went. He was still 100,000, and I
I
doubt
really
it
thought it
myself.
could be. I did really think it could be 100,000 just because of like
Yeah,
this down detector. I mean, this SS Shocks is somebody I'm acquaintance with on Twitter, and this down detector was from today. I mean, this is Netflix. This is what is all this? Roku, Zelle, all this big names, Zoom, DoorDash, Google, Prime.
says,
Everything is red, 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 red. And I think that this is coming, and that's what, if it's that, government bust, if it's
Well, I've said 80. I've always said 80. Gene Simmons said 80, and people made fun of him. He went on like I don't know, MSNBC Business or Fox Business or something. But he was like, I think 80,000. Rice made fun of that, and I still stuck to it. But I doubted myself when I hit 60. I'm like, you know what? Maybe everyone's right. Maybe it's gonna be 100,000. No, man, it's gonna be 80. Where we got this crash, and we're gonna have the Christmas pump. Santa's gonna bring the Christmas pump like he always does, and it's gonna be 70s and 80s. It will. That's it.
well,
This year,
if
I'm sure.
people want to go check out my Patreon, I just posted that. And I'm going to have another, we've got another one. What day is today? Tuesday. So I have a video with SL and Jill Jardine, who's an astrologer, tomorrow. We had the one with Brandy yesterday that I posted last night or this morning. I can't remember. But then the astrologer is tomorrow. And
can you ask the astrologer something for me?
Yeah.
Here's the thing with astrology. It's old.
Yeah.
It started a long time ago. And the universe is expanding. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the time of the past, 1,000 years, say 2,000, whatever long, it's been a while, those charts and the positions of the stars has changed dramatically to where if you were a Cancer or a Leo at that time, your sign now would be 2 months different. So how has that changed? Or if it hasn't changed, then how does it work and how is it viable? Because those stars have changed.
I'll have to ask her.
In that time frame.
Do the charts account for the expansion of
the universe, which has changed the position of all of those stars to a 2-month difference?
Charts account for expansion. Okay, I'll ask her. Because the other thing I want to ask her about is this year, December is 12, 22, 21. And Bix Weir had really hit on that number for him. I think he had a dream about it or something. And I think Jenny Moonstone, which she's going to be in Florida at our meetup event on December 17th. The information's scrolling across the bottom. She and he did a tarot card thing on it. And I can't remember what it's been a while, but I can't remember what the details were, but they were both like really excited about that day or that date. And then that's the day that the new Matrix movie comes out, Matrix 4. And so I want to ask her about that number specifically because it's a big numerology number, the 12. It's like bookends, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. So I want to ask her about that. But I'll ask about the expansion thing for sure because it's interesting.
Yeah. So if you're getting a reading for a Taurus, then you're really like a Gemini.
I mostly just work the software and I just hang out and listen. And I'm there for, commentary. But it's interesting for sure.
Right.
And Brandy had some really cool information about Sheba as well. That was pretty exciting too. So we'll see what happens with that.
So, Litecoin Lisa. Litecoin went down to
Satoshi Sean.
$146.
I know. Cannon's very upset.
Yeah. I lost a pretty good amount of money.
I haven't lost anything because I didn't sell any of my Litecoin.
So I went down, and then I was like, oh my God, Litecoin is so cheap. I am going to go and leverage.
Yeah, I'm really hoping my ex-husband pays up on all of his back child support. That would be awesome.
Well, I went over and I leveraged a bunch. And then I was like really conservative on my stop loss. So I got stop lost out. But then I was trying to get back in, and I literally, if I just would have lowered my stop loss more, I would have been fine. But it didn't go down again after that. So I tried to get back in, and I didn't. But it was, but yeah. So I lost, I think it was like $5,000.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty frustrating.
Playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't like to play the games. I just like to accumulate and hodl.
I went like 20 something X leverage, so it was wide. That was too high. But I was like, oh man, it's so low, it's gonna go back up. It's not gonna go any lower.
I don't know. It's got so much of transactions, new wallets. They're building up so much in the Grayscale Trust. The MSN or MSNBC, sorry, just did a big article on if you're going to have two cryptos to buy and hodl, it should be Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's insane how much.
Now Litecoin's so down. It's easy money.
It really, I just can't see any reason not to get into it and just hold on to it. And makes a lot of sense to me. So if I had any dirty fiat, that is definitely what I would do with it.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Yeah. What else? Oh, have you heard about the new variant?
The moronic one that doesn't do anything?
The Omicronic one?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the stuff Bitboy was talking about?
Pitbull?
Bitboy?
No.
Well, I checked it out, and it's pretty interesting because every variant, there's a big spike, and more people get sick. And when more people get sick, the more people die.
But nobody's dying from this one.
Yeah, with this one, more people get sick, but not more people are dying.
But the cool thing about that is then that's like it's like getting chicken pox.
Yeah.
And you're all inoculated, right?
Yeah. And now they're admitting, and I argued with my niece, who, like I said, she drinks Kool-Aid every morning, man. And then,
the blue Kool-Aid.
Yeah. And just, tells Uncle Sean he's crazy. Mm-hmm. But, and my cousin who worked setting up the appointments for, another thing, I had the heart trouble.
Yes.
I've been a fat ass my whole life. I never had heart trouble at all.
You're just fluffy.
I've been fat ass, especially since I've stopped being an athlete because I still ate like I ate when I worked out 4 hours a day. But I never had heart problems until 4 months after I got the stick.
I never said that to your face.
I never thought of that until all the kids are getting it. And I was like, wait a damn minute. Now I'm mad. But that aside, my niece gets up, drinks Kool-Aid. My cousin, who set the appointments, but she's not an idiot when it comes to this stuff, they all argued with me in the beginning. I said, hey, man, if you have, you don't need it because you all got it. You don't even need to get the shot because you've all had it. You have natural immunity.
Right.
And they're like, oh, no, that only lasts for like 4 weeks or 6 weeks. And I was like, no, it doesn't. That's not how it works, man.
No.
Like, no, they've done the test. It's only for like 4 6 weeks. You still got to get it. And I said, there's people who are like 100 years old who still have the immunity to the Spanish flu.
Right.
Who are super old. That's like 100 years.
Right.
80 years, 90 years. And they're like, yeah, but this is different. It just goes away. And I said, no, my friend got it and he's fine. They told him he didn't even need to get it. But that was the story. And doctors were saying it. No, this only lasts for the most 2 months. And now, as time goes on, they're saying, well, yeah, it's actually still here, still working. So it does last longer than we thought. So, which is the thing that sane people wanted to do. I was a sane person. Wasn't an anti-vaxxer. I didn't say it was,
I know. You had a difficult situation.
I just want to wait a year.
Right.
See what happens. That's it. And now we're coming up on a year and the truths are starting to come out.
Mm-hmm.
That because there's certain things you can't argue with the science. And
Yeah.
the thing with Fauci, you know,
With the dead soccer players. Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. That's a huge, and that's, I mean, it's super healthy people. It's not like average people. It's, you know, super healthy people having heart problems.
Yeah, I put some articles on Facebook. I kind of seagull over there. I really don't get on there because a lot of people that's kind of normie land.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law started arguing with me, and then my brother started arguing with me. And then they were like, that's a study with only 4 people. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then we started putting more. Then my mom started it, and I was like, you guys just leave them alone. Like, and part of it is like, you almost don't want to tell them because, you know, they've been jabbed their children, you know, and then you're like, that's kind of like, I don't want to tell them, you know, the heartbreaking thing, but what they might be facing, it's kind of really sad, you know.
My cousin, she got my
Yes, you told me.
So she could have surgery.
I am really hoping that Uncle Cliff made a statement one time about that it's possible that because they're wanting to force, you know, the upgrades, we're going to be careful with our wording and all that, the upgrades, that there's a possibility that if you can live through the pricks, and then maybe they wear off. And so maybe if you can live through the prick to where you were supposed to get the upgrade, that maybe it wears off. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for.
If you do the RNA, it messes your immune system up where it weakens it because it makes more targeted cells. So we have, like, to make it simple, we have like 1,000 immunity cells that fight, you know, viruses and other things that come into the body. 1,000. Mm-hmm. Out of that, 800 of them are like ground forces. They're broad and they fight everything. And then there's some that are targeted that fight just specific things. That's things that we get like vaccinations and things. They're like snipers. They go after one kind of thing. And what this rewrites the RNA is it takes and creates more of the targeted sniper cells that just go after one thing, but that takes away from the broad immunity. So our immunity system is less robust because we don't have as much of these regular broad fighting antibodies. So it actually weakens us to everything, but it makes it stronger for just this one thing. So in time, I think people are going to be getting more sick, which is what they're finding now.
Yeah, just make sure you take your vitamin D every day. 5,000, at least 5,000.
I have a joke for you.
Yeah. Oh, I love a joke.
What's the difference between an unvaccinated person and a vaccinated person?
I have so many responses in my head.
What's the same thing? What's the same? How are they the same?
How are they the same?
Refuse to get vaccinated and a vaccinated person.
I don't know. Tell me.
Neither one of them will ever be fully vaccinated.
Bump.
Yeah, because they gotta keep
going back. Gotta keep going.
Vitamin C, vitamin D.
Yeah, it's always good to.
Plenty of them horse drugs.
Mm-hmm. That ought to make PETA happy. Too funny. Well, I've got. We should give away some beautiful copper today.
Yes, let's give some away.
Let's see. Let me get all of them out. Hold on. I love this color. So I love rose gold, and that's what these look like to me.
Yeah, they really do.
They're really pretty. And I get to I've been taking them to my meetups, and I have to remember to take a picture with each one and tag you in them. I forget sometimes. And I've got to do better at that. I apologize. Okay, let's do
Got lots
the.
of 17s in the chat already.
Oh, because I know it's my favorite number. Okay, where am I? Let's do the Don't Tread on Me. And you guys, Sean's, all his contact information is in the description of this video. And if you go to Money Metals Exchange, you get a free ounce, half ounce or free
half
ounce?
ounce silver, yeah, coin.
If you order more than $100 of silver and use the code Sean, SEAN, and then but they can order any kind of metal. They could order
any metal.
Pretty copper like this. They could order all kinds of stuff. So this one will do
for stocking stuffers and stuff.
Yeah, since they're not letting you hand out dirty fiat bills because they've been they're coming out with a new federal currency. The Treasury is not releasing new bills to the banks. So what are we going to ask? Let's see.
Well, Jim wants us to talk about the Beatles again.
Oh, I know nothing about the Beatles.
Yeah, that's what they said.
That's why they.
What are you talking about with TPA tomorrow?
Oh, so many things. Well, I have to find my phone. Oh, it's over there charging. I'd have to go back through our texts and see. Probably something about the Matrix. And what have we been talking about lately? So many things. Who is a very famous war veteran that just passed away at the age of 98?
He passed away on a guitarist's birthday.
JDO, Bob Dole. Okay, so JDO, you have to DM me on Twitter, or you have to give me your email address in the comments so that I can email you and get your Oh wait, was it public first? Hold on. Dang it, you guys. I thought it was JDO. Who was first?
And you have to be in America.
It was public.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll bring it to you in Florida then. Sorry, JDO. You're next.
All right. I got a question.
Okay.
For the next one, what are we giving away next?
Let's do the dollar bill looking one.
Okay. Those are cool.
These are very cool. I like these. It's like that. And I like this.
What? Who's the guitarist? His birthday is at Bob Dole. No, it's Randy Rhoads. But what's the capital of South Dakota? Everyone's going to Google.
Public says give it to JDO. So JDO.
Bismarck. Nope, that is not it, Jim. But, here we go. They got Hankowitz got it. Pierre
Hankowitz. Okay, Hankowitz. I have
Perrier, so that's why.
Okay, so Hankowitz is one of my Patreon, or a patron of mine, so I can get in touch with him and get his address. Hankowitz won the dollar bill one. So TPA wants me to give the Don't Tread on Me to JDO. So JDO, please message me on Twitter or put your email. I know, Tom, I keep hoping that you're going to come to the Florida meetup, but you said you're not. And I'm sending you extra stuff for Christmas. So I was waiting for my Christmas cards to come in.
Rice is bugging the crap out of me. I wanted to get you something for Christmas.
You do not need to get me something for Christmas, but I'm mailing out. We finally got our Christmas cards in. So
I wanted to get you fridge magnets.
you're not getting, I won't. Okay. So here's something about me. I don't put anything on my refrigerator. I'm very compulsive about that.
Fridge magnets to give away to people.
Oh, well, they can put them on the side. I will put stuff on the side of my refrigerator, but I'm very obsessive about the front of my refrigerator.
I bought a new refrigerator. I like to put stuff in the front, like a bunch of ridiculous stuff. I mean, I can't even tell you all the goofy things I had. I actually had a like this Mario, like build a Mario thing that like was on the lower part of the fridge that the kids would make. Anyway, I bought a new fridge and it's non-magnetic, the whole front, because of people like you. Has to look nice. The side of the fridge, you can.
I don't even know if mine is magnetic or not because I don't allow it.
I like had all this bag of all the magnets, and we got the new fridge, and I'm like, yeah.
And it just fell right off.
I was like, what? How is that? It is metal. How is that a thing? I was sad actually. Yeah, I bought like all old albums.
But on the side, you could put stuff on the side.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till.
I will like I had like our school, like our old school calendar. It was a magnet, and we had it on the side because I would allow that, but not on the front.
Yeah, like we have the trash schedule when like they pick the big stuff up, and that couldn't go in the front. I'm like, how do we know when to put the big trash? I don't know. We carry this around. What?
You have to find some other place for it. Okay, I have one more. Let's see. Oh, it's a Second Amendment one.
That's a good one.
Which that'll be so. That's our Christmas card picture. Whoops, this is upside down. I'll show you guys a Christmas card picture. I wonder if it downloaded to the.
I got a new gun today.
Speaking you did?
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to get my phone so I can show you if it downloaded to it. Let's see. What kind of gun did you get?
It's a really dope looking 12 gauge.
Oh, nice. Shotgun.
Mm-hmm. I bought an over-under for my son, and then I got a tactical shotgun for my other son. And then I got myself a bolt-action 410. But this one was really, really cool, and it was really cheap, so I put a bid on it, and I won.
Dang it. I'm going to get Canon to bring me one in here, because I did not. Okay, so we do the last one, and I'll get Canon to bring a little Christmas card in here. It's pretty funny.
Let me show you my gun.
Yes, I would love to see your gun.
I got it pulled up.
So do you screen share, or do I have to?
Where is it?
And then do I do?
Check it out.
Tell me when.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Very nice.
Pretty cool.
Now, is that a pistol?
No, that's a big gun.
No, it has the full stock or the back end on it. I see. Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
Yes, it was pretty cheap too.
Really?
Yeah. I think I got it for $250.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I might have to run and get one. Well, darn it. Here he comes. Thank you. You're going to pop in and say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi.
I can't hear them.
That's okay.
Are you
Bye.
almost done?
Yes, I'm almost done. All right. Love you.
Hungry.
Okay. I know. He's always hungry. Okay. I'll just hold it up. So this was Charlie and I. And it says, Merry Christmas, dear Santa, send ammo, love the Davises. Because there was a senator that did this and got a bunch of crap for it. And so we did this in support of him and his family.
Good.
And they were respectfully and properly holding their firearms to protect their home. And so we thought we'd do the same thing.
I have my Uzi somewhere around here.
These are just ARs. Mine's a pistol. And then Charlie's is the full on.
Yeah, that's I hope that did that guy, the pink shirt guy, from the riots that was out there with his wife.
Yes. Yeah, the Louisiana couple. Or were they Louisiana?
No, I don't think so.
No, they were more. Was it?
They were wherever the big that or Minnesota. They were wherever there were rioters, man. They kicked in their gate. They were all on their their property. But he ran for Congress or something, so I want to know if he won.
Oh, maybe that's who that was.
St. Louis. This is St. Louis.
Was it St. Louis? Oh, hold on. Hold on, because I tweeted his picture out.
Whoa, what is this? An Uzi is 3 years to life in Jersey? Are you serious? No, it's not. It's America, dude.
Well, Jersey sometimes is not America.
I was born there. My grandfather had many guns.
Yes, it is America.
I gotta find my Uzi.
Where's that picture?
I was talking to Maz about it the other day. They're very heavy. Because it's a little gun, but it's super heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These are, I don't know if these are the pair that the ones we took pictures with. We have a couple that we built for Charlie's birthday one year. He thought that would be romantic, I guess. We built a pair of ARs for his birthday one year.
That is romantic.
He's so funny.
What are you charged with, TBA, for owning an Uzi? What is the charge? You bought a gun? That's just insane, dude. That is insane.
Let me find this family. I'm so close. They're right here. Just saw them.
I want to get a Walther PPK and a silencer for it.
We had some. I had one, but I didn't like the PPK because I would pinch my hand. I really prefer my Glock 42.
I just want it because it's a James Bond gun. It looks cool. And then I want a silencer so it's
They're really also really heavy, like those Walthers.
The little one?
PPK. The PPK, yeah, it's really not as little as you think. Mm-mm.
This is my little one.
Let me see.
Gun. Carried everywhere.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Pretty, isn't it?
Well, but you're a big guy. Oh, it is pretty little, but your hands are ginormous.
Well, they're not that ginormous.
They're pretty big. I cannot find that picture of that family, and I know it was before there. Wow.
Remember having meetings with people? They're like, "Are those guns real?" I'm like, "No, I'm 3 years old and I have fake guns on my wall."
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, here's the picture that I found, though. Thank you for letting me scroll this. So Westwood had a picture from his bank where they said they did not have bills, but this is one from Rickwin Philly that says the Federal Reserve has suspended the availability of new currency. As a result, we will not be able to provide new bills as we have in previous years when requested. So this is not just, hey, we don't have. It says the Federal Reserve has suspended the availability of new currency. Did you see my show on Friday with the coin ATM, the ITM?
no,
You've got to watch, at least fast forward and watch just that little part,
I've been really
because
sick last week, so I haven't done much of anything.
I know, but it will freak you out. Like, and I got to send this part to Ben because I told him I would. I forgot about that.
6-round clips. I have like a 24 double stack from the Canic I just bought. It is really nice. It is very nice. It's over here somewhere too. I have a lot of guns. I'm actually standing on 2 guns right now because my chair is high, so my feet are, like I have to stand up a little bit. So I put 2 guns there, and they're the right height. So I'm gonna rest my
Your
feet up.
feet?
Yeah.
Why would you put them on your feet?
Because there's like this much. Like I sit in the chair, and my feet are like this much off the ground, so it's like not resting. So so I'm like arched a little. So
Good
then I
support for your back.
put the guns there, and my feet rest on the guns.
I got it. I got it. All right. Oh, did we do the last one? We didn't do the last one yet.
No, we didn't.
Got one more. So then we need to do a gun question. What would be a good gun question?
What was the original sidearm of the United States military? That was not when it was changed to the 9mm, but before that, forever and ever, what was it? 2 answers. It'd be either one. Caliber or what it is. 45 Warrior. The 1911 45. There you go.
Warrior 32, and he is also a patron of mine, so I'll message him and get his mailing address.
Colt B. Dude, that's like old. That's the cavalry. That's not the military. Yeah, I guess we went Colt Navy. That was like the cavalry sidearm.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's after 5. I need to make dinner.
I tried to order dinner before we started, but the app was messed up. So,
are the boys not making you dinner?
No.
I thought I heard somebody say something about getting milk.
He is out to eat at some restaurant. I don't know where. And then my son Ted, he's hungry. He was hungry before we started. So
you better feed that boy.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Wrap some more presents.
Santa's coming early, I heard. So.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Well, you guys, thank you to everybody in the chat, and thanks for playing along with us. And I will get some of these mailed out, and I'll put a Christmas card in there with them. So, and Tom, yes, I will get yours mailed out with a Christmas card, but I really wish you would come to Florida instead.
I wish I could go, but Lisa won't let me. Meetups.
I wish.
You damn meetups, you bastard.
Hey, I am going to be going to Dallas in January to Bitcoin Ben's meetup.
Man, you just always just going everywhere.
I'm a busy girl.
Yeah.
I love to see the people. I love to go see everybody and talk about crypto and all that fun stuff. So
you guys, I like the shows when you're out there, but they're just so unorganized. You're just like, everyone's yelling, and you can tell y'all have a couple of drinks, and you're like, Litecoin, yeah.
Well, and our sound was really bad because we were trying to figure out the microphones, and then
the lighting. There's always something.
Yeah, it's always something. We had a lot of.
We're all ghosts that one time.
Well, yes, because when we were in Dallas, then we were outside and the sun was like coming in at us. Oh, it was terrible. Yeah.
Then you went
Very.
poor Pippi. He said Litecoin was copper and like Ethereum was like silver, and you guys wanted. I thought you were going to kill
Yes.
him.
Throw him off the
I thought
building.
you were going to
Yeah.
kill the poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Bitcoin's like gold, Ethereum's like silver, Litecoin's like where's the copper?
Yeah.
And you both were like, what did you say? It's like you made fun of your kids or something. It was so bad.
Well, we did let him still stay with us in the Airbnb, and so, but he's a
It's
good
like
guy.
a dog that pooped on the rug. You're like, no, Pimpy, no.
Bad Pimpy. Yeah.
Like going to the silver.
Oh,
No.
it was so funny.
Come here, let me rub your nose in that again.
He'll never do it again. I promise you.
No.
He has learned his lesson for sure. All right, guys. Well, we will see you guys next time. Tomorrow is Woo Woo Wednesday with my buddy Public. I can't wait to talk about all the woo. There's been like so much. Busta Rhymes has been posting more. He posted one where he looked at his watch today. Might be
I
time.
wish y'all would have me on there with you guys. I like both of you.
Heck yeah. Come on. I'm sure Public would love it.
Yeah, he would like it, but she tells me I can't. I've asked about it. She's like, no, Public doesn't want anybody on, but I know it's Lisa. She's like, don't come around my meetups and don't come on my shows with any of my friends.
Not true.
My friends.
Not true. I love you. Public says yes, so that means now that's a thing. Now you have to come on. Now you're committed.
Oh, wow. Definitely.
I will tell you that tomorrow we are either doing an early show, especially if you're on.
Oh, thank God. I was just putting my foot in my mouth because it's family night. So yeah, early is good.
Okay, because we're going to look at wedding dresses with my daughter, and I cannot be
I thought
late.
you meant on the show. I was like,
no, no.
Fine. I said I'm gonna be. Yeah, that's okay.
No, but my daughter's got engaged over Thanksgiving, and she invited me, to go look at. I'm so excited.
She looks so much like you. It's great.
Oh, thank you. That's very flattering. Thank you. Yeah, it's like since she was born. Like I remember when she was a little baby, and do you remember the? Maybe not because you had all
I never
boys.
met her. I don't remember her as a baby, but
No, but the
I know what she was like.
There was an American Express commercial where like the parents had a baby and the dad was like imagining his little girl growing up, and then he flashes to her getting married, and then he looks at the baby
Yes,
and the baby goes, with ice sculptures. And I was like, yes, I'm going to have a daughter and get to have dream wedding and do all this. And then with ice sculptures. So like, I'm so excited. And then she does not want a big wedding at all. She's like, nope, I want to wear cowboy boots and have it at a barn. And I want to take your dress and Matt's mom's dress. And
there's like wedding barns that you can rent out, and they're all.
Oh, I know. I have a spreadsheet already.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Yeah, I have a spreadsheet. Yeah. I'm super excited. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yes.
Baby's coming your way, Lisa.
One of these days. Mm-hmm. God help them all.
I have friends that like when I talk about my grandson, they're like, "You have grandkids?" It's like it's like a joke. Like yeah, you do too.
Well, because you're so young.
I know. I'm 73.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Oh, anyway, so maybe we can start. Let me see. Hold on, because I have another video with. Not till 1 o'clock. So, public, can you do 1 hour earlier tomorrow? And Sean, could you do it 1 hour earlier? Could you do it 3 o'clock? Which public, that would be 4 o'clock for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So we'll be on at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern tomorrow.
We're going to see Ghostbusters tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
I'll wear my tux. It's such an honor.
Is it a new Ghostbusters?
Yeah,
I wasn't aware.
you're messing with me.
I'm sorry.
You don't.
I just know The Matrix 4 is coming out. I'm so excited.
You didn't know there was a new Ghostbusters.
I did not know.
I don't believe you, but I love you.
Sorry.
I think you're messing with me.
No, I'm dead serious.
You know there's a new Top Gun.
Ugh.
You know there's a new Dune.
I don't know what Dune is. But, and Tom Cruise isn't in Top Gun, is it?
Yeah, he's Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
But he's like a bad dude.
No, he's
Yes.
short. He just plays a bad dude.
Watch
He's
Johnny.
actually not very Dune was very good. Johnny Mnemonic. Dude, how do you even know that exists? That's
Because
cool.
I cannot sleep and I watch movies and go down the rabbit hole. And that was so Johnny Mnemonic is set in 2021
Really?
and they have Oculus goggles and
Yeah.
there's a virus that does things and there's too much government oversight and it is Bizarro Land and it's Keanu Reeves and
Yeah,
yeah.
he has the they're like computer people that
Yep.
carry data.
This might answer your question.
Oh my
According
God.
to Wikipedia, a human is a member of the species Homo sapiens, which means wise
Computer.
man in Latin.
Stop! Don't tell me who humans are. I know what a human is.
Oh my gosh.
First, tell me what a human is. Like I don't know.
That was too funny. Okay. Well, that's a good lead into Woo Woo Wednesday.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.